Examine the profile, the long feathered ears and slender tapering neck. Judging by these features, the Saluki appears to be a tranquil, low-maintenance lapdog. Their coat requires minimal brushing and produces very little shedding. In motion, they carry themselves with a quiet, effortless grace that suggests they belong in a pristine living room. This data reveals a disconnect. While elegance and grooming are high, trainability sits at 2 out of 5. Ownership difficulty is high, driven by an extreme prey drive and restlessness that can overwhelm unprepared households. First-time owners frequently struggle with this breed because they assume a sophisticated appearance translates to an eager-to-please personality. Why does an animal that looks like a modern luxury breed exhibit such fiercely independent and wild behavior? The Saluki exists entirely outside the modern tradition of breeding dogs for indoor companionship. They are among the oldest known dog breeds on Earth, effectively living artifacts from antiquity. Understanding their behavior today requires looking at the specific environmental pressures that shaped their ancestors thousands of years ago. The breed originated in the ancient Middle East, an environment defined by vast, unforgiving terrain. These dogs occupied a position of high reverence, fulfilling a specialized role that sustained the community. Their purpose was to hunt fast game across enormous stretches of desert. In a landscape where calories were scarce, the survival of a tribe often depended on the success of the dog. Because of this utility, they lived alongside nomadic tribes as vital partners. They were granted entry into the tents and were treated with a level of respect rarely shown to other animals. The traits modern owners find difficult, the silence, the independence, the explosive speed, are survival mechanisms operating exactly as they have for millennia. Catching desert prey required extreme biomechanical efficiency. The Saluki evolved for high-speed agility and incredible endurance. That anatomy creates a non-negotiable requirement for modern owners. A Saluki needs 1 to 2 hours of high-intensity running every single day. A leash walk cannot satisfy this need. They require secure, wide-open spaces where they can sprint off-leash and push their bodies to their physiological limits. Restricting their range creates a profound conflict with their evolutionary drive, frequently resulting in severe behavioral stress and restlessness. Their low trainability score is actually a reflection of their independent intelligence. A hound sprinting miles away from a hunter could not wait for human direction. It had to make split-second independent decisions to secure prey. Applying repetitive obedience drills to a dog bred for self-reliance often causes them to shut down. They require a gentle, consistent approach that respects their autonomy. This history also dictates their prey drive. A small, fast-moving animal triggers an instinctual chase sequence that is almost impossible to interrupt once it begins. The Saluki isn't stubborn, it is simply wired to think and hunt for itself. When this ancient programming is placed in a modern setting, the points of friction are immediate. Common failures occur when owners demand total obedience, confine the dog to small apartments, or allow them off-leash in urban areas where their hunting instincts lead them into danger. Their naturally sensitive and quiet temperament also clashes with the noise and chaos of a busy household. Attempting to force a Saluki into the role of a typical, eager family pet results in frustration for both the owner and the animal. The ideal environment is a calm, quiet home with experienced owners who can provide access to secure, expansive land. In the right conditions, the Saluki is a long-lived, uniquely refined companion that brings a sense of stillness to a home. They offer a deep, quiet loyalty. They bond closely with their family, but maintain a need for personal space, watching from a distance rather than seeking physical attention. The role of a Saluki owner is that of a custodian for an ancient, high-performance hunter. Respect their independence, and you earn the loyalty of a living masterpiece.